Okay, then. Let's call the meeting to order at 10:01. I think the first thing we need to do is establish a quorum, which we have with the 4 directors present: Leonard, Lemon, Domaleski, and Harper.
Yes. The next thing we need to do is minutes. I'm going to take the liberty here of popping up the minutes on the main screen. Rob called the meeting at 10:04. All residents there are all directors, Joe and Diane. Quorum, read the previous minutes, old business, discussion of roofing quotes. Waiting for GAF specs on North Building to talk to lawyer. Goal is to get Florida home contractors to fix their work under the 1-year warranty. No response yet from the flood engineer. Rob is in contact. Danny said minimum spec request for minimum for Florida roofs is 60 mil heat welded. Claire reported the leak in unit 49. Next meeting, March 16th, which we did not have because we didn't have any reason to have that meeting. And Joe asked about erosion, and we were waiting on the engineer's report for the insurance company, which we now have and we will discuss. I need a motion. I'm sorry, Mr. President, you need a motion to accept the minutes.
Well, I'll make the motion, but or who would like to make a motion to accept the minutes?
Okay.
Paul?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
actually, I think we
Just
need
the board members.
So the board members. How about Joe?
I'm not on the board, but I'll make the motion.
Oh, okay. Well, we need board, I'm sorry.
I'll make the motion. It's fine.
It doesn't really matter.
So long as everybody's in agreement. Aye.
It's on the iPad. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. We're gonna have to take a moment here to get track of who is here. Daniel, you showed up. Thank you. Did you find it?
Yes.
And residents, we have Joe, Daniel, Claire,
Trying to get it.
Okay.
and Paul.
And Rana.
And Rana.
Okay.
F
You hear me?
CHI.
I can hear you.
Good.
Good morning, Rana.
Good morning. Miss you.
Miss you too.
I'm sorry, Rana.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes.
Yes.
Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Daniel.
Daniel, we're looking at
Whatever
the
you
top
want.
of your forehead.
Oh, okay. How's that? So look,
Very
I unfortunately have to go to West Virginia in about 20 minutes. So unfortunately this meeting, I'm not gonna be able to be very long. So can I get some things out real quick or not? So I can get some information or not? Since I unfortunately need to leave in like 20 minutes.
Well, I would like to hear your input. So,
Okay. Couple questions I have, Rob, is obviously the number one is like what happened with the roof? Did you get them to do a 20-year warranty system and all this and that? And also the other thing was how about the repairs on the building I'm in? And the major things, those items. How close are we to getting the roof done?
They're all in the agenda.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the emails. that's why this meeting was called, was because, yes, we've gotten the specs from GAF. We rebid all the roofing based on their specs, and we've received what, maybe 3 updated bids, I believe. Mark?
With the 20-year warranty, labor and material?
Yes, yes, sir. So Galloway Roofing was one, WSV was one, Kai Kendall was one, I believe.
Okay, and how about the guy that you used for my building? Did you get a hold of him to come back and do the repairs, or are we stuck with it?
Well, hopefully we're not stuck with it. We haven't, time is ticking on that. However, I have not gotten that. We were hoping, or I was hoping, that the GAF representative that wrote the specs for the one building was implied and said that he would give us a report on the building you're referring to. Somebody's stepping on me. All right.
I can hear
So
you.
we do know there's an echo.
Somebody needs to mute their system.
I think Rana and Paul might be too close together with their 2 different phones. So maybe they need to go in separate rooms, or one of them has to mute their phone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to catch up on the emails. Unfortunately, I've been too busy.
Um,
I'm glad that's proceeding, because otherwise, like I said initially, without the warranty in hand, you don't really have a roof worth anything at all, as you well know, that we have to deal with in the building I'm in
so
without a warranty. So you have bids, that's good. 20-year labor, 20-year material,
we do.
perfect.
That's
That's what you need.
Mark,
Yes.
let's jump back to the agenda so we can follow that.
Okay, you answered my questions.
The first thing on the agenda is roofing quotes, and what I've taken the liberty of doing here, I'm going to share this screen. And it is screen 2. It will take a moment to update on your site, but you should see it last week or last month's minutes. Okay, do you see that? Now what I'm going to do is go to the information, the contact information that we've had since then. And I've been keeping track of all the contacts that I've received. We sent all of the roofers email on March 2nd asking them to requote using the with an RFQ with the GAF specs. GAF is the manufacturer. What we've learned, for those of you who are not familiar with this process, in a nutshell, GAF makes the roofing material. They require the manufacturer to put down, or the installer to put down their GAF material in a specific way in order to provide a full 20-year warranty. So we sent them those recommendations. Paul Frazier, APC Roofing, never got back to us. Boyette and Miller, I asked for additional specs, and then they sent us a quote for $243,000 for 50 new lanais.
Mhm.
So I think our wires got crossed there somehow.
Yeah, I was wondering what the heck that was.
Certified, they did get back with us with a new quote with the GAF specs. I sent a request for the actual letter. I have not received that back, but we do have a quote with the GAF specs. We'll look at that in a minute. Cayendel, don't know their name, how to pronounce their name. Sorry, never heard back from them again. Sutter, they've been excellent, sent everything. WSV Group, Rob can speak more about them. He's been in pretty regular contact with WSV. And they sent us a pic of the GAF's certificate.
Let me ask you, Mark, do you have one quick thing, very important, obviously, before proceeding with which bid we decide? Did they send proof of license, liability insurance, and workers' comp yet, or not?
Yeah, we've got dozens of documents from these people. At some point, I've just we're going to have to go through them.
Well, as long as you have current, and that you need to check the dates, current liability insurance, of course, in case, God forbid, which has happened in building Diane's in, they tear it off and unfortunate things happen. You can't proceed no matter what the quote is. In workers' comp case, someone gets injured, and you got to check the dates. You got to check the dates. Make sure that the expiration date is beyond when they complete it. And that's a very important key. So when they get ready to start, we award it. And they say they're going to start, the workers' comp has to be not expired until after they're completed the job. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Those two items, very important.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll start out with the first quote here, certified. I'm hoping the board members took the time to go through. There are over 20 documents in this quotes folder. And frankly, this is the wrong time to go through them.
I agree.
Yeah,
What I'm doing is I'm bringing up the actual documents themselves. If we want to pick somebody and then go deeper into the documents that they sent us is fine. But I'm just highlighting the quotes of the people, certified Galloway, Sutter, and WSV who actually came through with everything that we asked for. Certified, at this point, I don't know what you want to look at. Bottom line is price. Total price on certified was $89. You guys see it there?
Yep. Yeah, I think what we need to look at is the price. They all have the same warranty and the same material then.
That's theoretically, you are right.
Well, there's one other important item, Mark. What is the price per sheet of wood replacement? Because being in the industry, I know that could, all of a sudden they find half the roof has bad wood. That could, huge difference. So I see 1/2 inch, $100 a sheet, and 3/4, $120. So we have 88 for 5, 88.6. Okay, so we have an idea right there. Okay,
Excellent. Next,
those are important items right there. How much per sheet? Because that can run into thousands.
Galloway. And that is 63,000. You should be able to see it here.
their most updated one was 67.
Okay,
So
great.
be a little behind.
Okay,
That's probably because of the cost of the warranty.
Probably, but yeah, they're most updated, and
Is it the same mill? Is it the same mill as the other one? This is 60 mil,
it's 60 mil. They're talking 60
mil. Yeah.
and the other one was 60 mil.
but was spec'd out by.
They're all 60, all three quotes.
Yeah,
Okay, good. And how much? Let's see what that's the last one. Let's see what per sheet it is for wood replacement.
right here.
130 a sheet or 10,000 as a cap to resheet the whole roof.
Okay, and then 105 was for 1/2 inch, and I cannot assume that it's 1/2 inch. It's probably
What's
5/8 or
roof is-
3/4.
What's
So the
on the
bits-
roof is an even 1/2 inch. They told me it's like a 1/4 inch luan or whatever. That was according to the gaff rep that took a core sample of it.
Well, then if that's
So
the
I
case,
personally am for resheathing the whole thing with a at least a minimum of a 1/2 inch to 5/8.
You can't,
And
you
we know we're done
can't,
with it.
you can't use 5/2 inch if it's 2 foot on center. If it's 16 inch on center, you can use 1/2 inch. It depends on how far the rafters are apart.
Well, they're 16 inch as far as I know, and I've seen.
Okay, if they're 16 inch for sure, then you can use, I would go with the 5/8 minimum, because it's only, on this one, it's $14 more a sheet. It'll be more substantial and whatever. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, when I see three prices, I always go for the middle one. So they're smart. Give me three prices.
Yeah, let's see. So 5/8 would be good. Be great. Okay, next one. That looks good.
Sutter. Let's see, starting up here, do I see anything?
How thick was the insulations? Were all of them the same?
I did not create a
And
spreadsheet.
it was based on the GAF specs. So yeah, they should be all bidding the same.
No, the insulation they're putting down.
They're putting down an insulating board.
Yeah, but the thickness of it makes a huge difference. in
It was
cost.
all in the GAF specs. I believe it's 1/2 inch, but they all bid on the same specs.
The GAF does not care how thick the insulation is, as long as they're using their membrane. So we need to look
Pretty
at
sure it was in their specs though, Daniel.
we need to look at that as far as pricing is concerned, I'm saying. Because that could be the difference. We just need to see how thick the insulation is. Because that, even though they're all spec'ing GAF, it's fine. The manufacturer doesn't care, except as
No,
long
but
as
the
it's in the-
manufacturer wrote the specs. If you looked at the specs they wrote, it called for a certain thickness insulation. It called for a certain pitch board.
Okay,
It
we're just
called
gonna,
for
we're
the
just,
metal.
hey, I don't want to argue with you. Let's just look at two of them real
It's
quick.
not an argument. It's just an education.
Well, let's just
We
look at
asked
both
these
of
people
them.
for this information.
Let's just look at two of them and make sure that they're all the same. That's all.
Or just do a control F for find and then put insulation in the pop-up.
Sorry, say again, please.
Do a control F and type in insulation and it should pop up wherever it's at in the document.
Look at the insulation. That's all I'm saying. Even though they wrote the specs, one could be different, okay? And that could be the difference in a price. You mean to say that all these specs are identical? They're all the copy from GF, nothing's changed?
As far as I'm concerned, that's what we put out to bid.
Okay, well, you know what? We're talking thousands of dollars
Document.
and just check it out, okay?
Okay, here's the challenge. I'm collecting all of these documents.
Let me
and
see.
I'm trying to
Install
keep
half
this
inch.
together, but I'm not a roofing expert. I'm
I
depending
am though.
on someone else to look at all.
I'm an expert on this for 50 years, okay?
Okay.
So
Would-
I'm just looking at this real quick. I see one layer of 1/2 inch Den's deck cover board. Okay, I see that one on this one. Now, if we can just look at one other one, we'll be good. That's one. I see that one. Install, okay. Go back up the top, please.
Right there.
Right there. 1/4 inch. Okay, this is a tapered system. Right there. Install 1/4 inch ISO board insulation system
With a
attached.
3-inch vinyl bond. Yeah.
Right. So this is initially looks different from the other one.
This one seems more robust than the other one did.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Hey, you don't want to make a mistake here. Got a problem on the building I'm in, and it wasn't warranted, nothing. You know, you got me in here and I want to do my thing, okay? This one,
Oh, WSB, I don't know if you guys can see this or if I'm even on the screen. WSB's calls for 1.5 insulation.
okay, well, the one you just showed me just now had a tapered system, which is better. Let me see here. This one here,
Well, this one, so WSB's, I mean, if we're looking at them, calls for install 1.5 insulation, 4x8 sheets, and then install 1/2-inch slope tapered. So I would say that this one's better because it's got both.
you have a tapered system on this one. And you have the thicker insulation. So they did differ, totally. Again, GF does not care. I work with them, what insulation, as long as you're using it. But the difference is in the cost of the job is the insulation is a considerable difference. This one apparently looks better. And the price looks better right
Price
off.
is better too, exactly.
Right. The insulation is better, tapered, and so forth. And thicker.
What was the price for the plywood on this quote?
I'm sorry, repeat.
What was the price for the boarding on this one for the plywood? They had to replace the roofing.
130 a sheet.
130 a sheet. Okay,
And when we say this one, we're looking at WSB right now.
correct.
Okay, Rob, evidently you have a document that I do not.
As far as,
I'm looking at the latest WSV quote that I had.
right, that's the same one.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Oh, it says identified on the first quote and GAF specs.
yeah,
Yeah, they just updated with the warranty on this one, I believe, is what they did.
Yes.
what, this one, what's the date on the one that I have here in front of me? I don't see a date on it.
This is
This one's 8
8
April. Yeah, expires 8 May, so pretty soon.
Yeah, this one has no date, which is interesting, but
I can go back and look at their other quote if you want. Their original, because this is their updated quote after we sent them the GAF specs. And to your point, Arnold, I believe what they did is they basically added this line item. As I recall, the price was the same.
yeah, yeah.
That's really reassuring to me. It means they were already at the spec, but just didn't add that onto their quote initially. So
And there's a huge difference in price, and that was kind of my questioning. So, also, huge difference,
about 35%. Yeah.
That's that's a fair point.
huge difference.
We're looking at 52 versus oh shit.
So I just wanted to make sure there are apples to apples on the insulation. Again, 060 TPO, they all have. But, you know, the insulation is a huge difference. But the one that's 50 some thousand seems like it has everything. You know?
Yeah.
He's also the contractor. He's also the contractor that's given us the quotes on the stucco and the cement work, as well as the repairs to Claire's unit.
So maybe he's given a better deal because
They definitely did imply if they did all the work that they would give, you know, a better price, but these were individual prices, and he's saying he could do even better if he does all the jobs.
and this is going to be a 20-year warranty, labor and material. Does it say that in the
Yeah, it was on that last one that Mark had up.
Right.
That's on the
I'm
last
looking
page.
at the previous Sutter quote. That's 73,000. But are we referring now to the
50 some thousand. This one.
WFV? Yes.
WSV,
What's this one? What's the name of this company?
WSV.
Okay, is this, it says
WFV.
GAF. Where's the, see
Right
the
on the-
warranty, the warranty's not there.
It's right on the
I see that, but
5-year workmanship.
I'm reading it. It says a 5-year labor, okay? It's a
Says 5 year.
20-year labor and material. So we want a 20-year labor and material warranty. Because a 5-year, what is this 20-year Everguard Diamond Pledge TM? I have no clue what that is.
Oh, we have to check into that.
That is not a GAF warranty. Okay? And the 5-year, GAF will warranty it for 20 years. I spoke to them.
No, I agree. We've gone over this and you're right.
This is-
This warranty wouldn't be sufficient.
No, that's bullshit. Excuse me. I should say that.
That's a technical term, Daniel. You're good.
I'm just saying that this is not what we need. Okay?
Daniel, can't
Yes.
you go through these quotes and figure out the apples and oranges between them?
I'm trying. This
I mean,
one's
not
gonna
now.
work.
Obviously, this would take a couple of hours.
I know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna tell you. Okay? It's like if this was all my money personally, and I'm looking at it like that. I'm doing my
Absolutely.
job. You hired me, and I'm gonna do it. This is my job, otherwise I'm fired. Okay? I'm not letting you do this. This is garbage. He's not giving us what we need. That's why this is as bad as the one you did on the other one. The warranty is on everything in the world. It means nothing. The 5 years at least, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. You do the GAF 20-year, if this guy goes out of business in 3 years, you're covered for another 17 years. So this is not going to work.
Okay, I couldn't agree with you more on that.
This bid's
So,
out.
At
This
this
bid's
point,
gone.
this bid is out. You're right.
There's
So
this has no warranty. We need a
I
20-year.
would like to go back to them and ask them if they can provide the proper warranty.
GAF 20-year
But it is-
labor and
All
material.
right, yes, you don't have to keep drilling it into us. We
Okay,
understand.
good.
Daniel,
Yes,
you have access to the quotes folder on the Google Drive.
yes. You sent them to me, what, yesterday?
I've sent them to, yes.
I will
can
go
you-
through them today and I
can
will call you.
Okay, well, we still need to have a meeting to vote. So if we had a meeting next Saturday, could you commit to have
Yes.
gone through all quotes by
Saturday
then?
is not a holiday for me. I can do that. And then I can go through them and I will tell you which one I believe is the total best and then we can move forward, okay? And then Rob can get a hold of this guy and see if he can revise this to a GAF 20 and 20, okay? And keep in mind that there will not be any final money until we receive the warranty, no matter what. It's not happening.
Mr. Chair, what do you want to do?
We can vote on it then, but not, this isn't
I think
going
we
on.
have to table at this point the roofing quotes, at least for everybody to review again and hopefully upgrade with WSV. So let's move on to the next item on the
Oh,
agenda.
hey, guys, can you hear me?
Who's speaking?
Walter.
Yes, Walter.
I searched the Everguard Diamond Pledge and it's right on GAF's website. It is a 20-year roof material. It's their highest one offered on our product. It's the Everguard Diamond Pledge GAF Roof Guarantee TM.
That's
Just to
good,
put that out.
that's good information. Thank
But
you.
it's lacking the 20-year.
It says you can find the whole specification on GAF's website for the 20-year Everguard Diamond Pledge.
I'll call up the rep also, something. But I just, unless it says 20-year labor, 20-year material is not enough. Because the workmanship is important. That means it, obviously, in 5 years, we'll be paying for repairs for the workmanship if it's faulty. So unless that Diamond Pledge TM shows 20-year labor on there also. then it's not what we need. We need labor also. Okay. Because he says 5-year. I've done so many roofs from Genflex Corporation, and all the warranties would say 20 and 20. This doesn't, okay? So he needs to revise it so it will, and it has to be in the warranty. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not taking this
I make
word.
a motion, or if I can make a motion to table the roofing decision until next weekend. And
I
hopefully,
second it.
I second it. Third. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave this meeting. I will look at all those quotes and I will call Mark and give you my feeling.
No, I'm not the one to call. You should be calling Rob.
I'll call Rob. Okay, Rob?
I'm more than happy to listen to your call and get your advice. So yes, looking forward to it.
Okay, all
I think
right.
it's best we discuss it next week in front of everybody, so we all.
Yeah,
have
it'll be in front of
same
everybody
recommendation.
anyway, so I don't guess I don't need to call you.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it next week. I'll have it all in front of me and go over everything.
Okay, now if you have any documents, those you should absolutely send to me, because then I can put them up on the Zoom, make sure everyone can see them at the same time.
Yeah, Rob just needs to get back a hold of this guy and get me a 20 and 20. That's all, simple as that.
Actually, texting with him right now, and he is responding to me. So we'll see where that goes.
I'm sure he can revise that. It's not that difficult. Might increase the money, obviously, but he's way
Okay.
below the other guy anyway. Okay?
So this part has been tabled.
All right.
Next
Thank
on
you.
the agenda.
I will see you at the next meeting on Saturday.
Thank you, Dan.
Here, Daniel.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, the next was the South building flood damage quote. I did receive, let me get rid of those other quotes. And let me see, the quote that I have for flood damage. Get rid of meeting minutes. I'm sorry, I'm kind of anal on this stuff.
Cleaning it up.
Yep, cleaning it up. Let's flood damage was, there's the WSV stucco quote. Rob, why don't you speak with this? Because you've spoke with WSV more than anyone about
Well,
flood damage.
I haven't seen a quote for the flood damage from them. Yeah, Josh did mention that he was going to get it to me for this meeting. What he did text me, and what I have was detach, reset. Oh, sorry, hold on, let me get up to the beginning. Remove and replace entire enclosure, being the lanai enclosure. Remove and replace the enclosure for $8,700. Or detach and reset and rescreen for $2,500, and the concrete work of $3,500. So what is that, a total of 10, 5, somewhere's around 13, 14, which is pretty close to what the estimate from the insurance people said it would be. As you all know, we collected, I think it was $8,000 on that claim with a $5,000 deductible. So that's the money we have to spend.
I think the challenge we have right now is that we, as a board, have to have 3 quotes, or at least have, according to David, attempted to get 3 quotes. And
we definitely have attempted it, because I've reached out to 4 contractors while I was in residence. WSV is the only one that responded. Boynette Miller was one. No, I don't have those notes in front of me. Boynette Miller.
that was
the Connect Construction, WSV.
That was the magic quote here for the 243 for the Boynette Miller.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from. That's pretty crazy.
It is.
I think we can kind of delete that one because that's certainly not in. I am not against trying to find some, another estimate.
I got an email from Mary Ann, you probably did too, that she's contacted 2 additional groups on that, and David has said that he would be willing to meet with them on site. I told Mary Ann that I'd be willing to speak with them on the phone on site, since what we'll both be doing is just basically pointing at this point and saying, look, there's a problem. How much to fix it?
Basically, what we're talking about doing is cutting the concrete where it's starting to sink, which would be on the north edge of Joe's unit, removing the whole part that's sunk, rebarring it into the existing slab, and then repouring the 2 foot by the length of unit as a slab, a 6-inch slab with rebar and wire mesh in it.
Now, I have a question, and maybe Joe can help. Are we going to need to bring some dirt in to bring that grade back up on that corner? Go ahead.
Soil is definitely going to have to be brought in, and I think Joe wanted to, and if I'm not mistaken, Joe, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, you wanted to put pavers out back. That was the recommendation of the engineer that looked at it, to prevent future erosion would be to basically hardscape it and push the erosion further into the canal instead of right up against the building. So
Yeah, I find it hard pressed that we're just now discussing this. Yes, as maybe you can see or maybe you can't see.
Hold on, Joe, let me
eroded.
change. Joe,
But
give me
here,
a minute
look at
here.
this. Give me 5 minutes, please. Look,
5 minutes, okay, because
look
I
at
have
this
to give
level.
you the,
Can you see this level?
nobody can see it until I give you the screen share.
yeah, yep.
Can you see this level?
I'm sorry.
I have a level on my table. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Did we screen share here, Mark?
Yeah, whoever's talking, it's the screen right now.
So what? I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say. We
I'm
know
trying-
the patio is sinking, but a
Okay.
patio is going to be pitched away from the building. It's not meant to be level. If it was level, water would come into your sliding glass doors.
I understand that, Rob, but it shouldn't be 2 inches off. And we all are aware of the problem.
Well,
This is a safety issue. I have already tripped and hurt my ankle. It's a safety issue. I cannot entertain here.
I don't.
Because, we've known about this since January. And now we're just getting quotes.
We're not just getting quotes. You saw me meeting with how many different contractors out your back door there. You're saying we're just getting the quotes? We had to wait for the insurance. We had to wait for the engineers. We're not waiting. I'm ready to pull the trigger and have it fixed. Unfortunately, by state law, we need to receive 3 quotes apparently.
So why didn't we do that?
Because nobody responded to us.
So why don't we have an action?
responded.
Why don't we have an action item list where certain priorities need to be done, and there's an individual that's responsible for doing it, and it gets checked
I'm
off.
the individual responsible for doing it, and I am doing it.
And you're checking. So could I see the dates of when they were quoted, please?
The dates of when they were quoted.
For the quotes, for the damage. When were they
I've
quoted?
gotten 1 quote for the damage.
What date?
I don't know the date.
I'm asking.
I don't have it in front of me. I will get it for you and send
Thank
it.
you.
I don't know what that difference that makes. You did
The
not see
difference
me
it makes
meeting,
is that
you did not
and
see me
David,
meeting with the contractors out your back door.
the difference is
You're trying to say that I'm not doing anything about it.
no,
You
that's what
sat
you're
on this
hearing.
for 20 years and now it's my problem because I'm sitting on it.
No,
I
that's not
kind of
your
resent that, Joe.
Well, that's good, Rob, because you're just going to talk and not listen. So I did sit on this for 20 years. I've owned this property for 20 years and I paid homeowners association fees for 20 years and
Yep.
never asked for anything.
No, you're
Never.
right. Never
So
mentioned it.
now it's, 100 some odd days. And I just heard Mark say, we need more quotes. When is this going to be done? This is a hazard. I've already tripped and hurt myself. I might have to take this to somebody else if I'm not getting a response. Come on. So we're going to have to get another quote is what I'm hearing. Correct?
According to management, that's what we need to do.
Okay.
Let
When-
me be clear on that point. We have to request more than, or 3 quotes. If we only get 1 quote, we're golden. We could theoretically give this job today to WSV and be done. Because that's the only quote that's been returned to us.
I
Make-
personally
put out.
want, I personally want to get the work done. And I will make the motion that we accept WSVs to start the work on the repairs. If I get it seconded, we will vote on it. Do I have a second?
I will second it.
Was that Walter?
Yes, Walter.
Okay, other board members in favor? Mark,
Yes.
Arnold?
I'm good with it, yes.
Okay. I assume you're an aye, Walter?
Aye, yes.
Okay, so unanimously, we will contract with WSV, assuming they have the right credentials as far as insurance goes, and they pass through Palmer Management's checkpoints. But I will order Palmer Management to get that work started as soon as possible. Next on the agenda,
Gutter repair.
gutter repair 2.
The 2 quotes that we have, and again, we've asked for way more quotes. We have a quote from A1 Seamless, and I don't know if WSV also quoted that.
A1 Seamless withdrew their quote. So that is null and void.
Oh. Alrighty, then I will delete that.
Everybody that we have asked for quotes on the north building's gutters, if that's what we're talking about, has declined to give a price because of the issues with the so-called flashing on the building. So that is an ongoing back to what are we doing with that roof, which is a follow-up with the GAF representative to find out if he's going to give us any kind of documentation on the misinstallation of that roof. If not, we're going to have to hire an engineer to write us something so that we can take it to the city and to the roofer that did the work.
When is our deadline for that roof installation for the 1-year warranty?
We have a 1-year warranty. We paid them on or about 4th of July weekend.
We have a
So,
few months. Okay.
yeah, we still have a couple months, but everything moves so slow. I'm afraid that's not enough time. But I will most definitely first thing Monday morning, put a call into our representative there and follow up on that. Because that affects the gutters. We can't do anything with the gutters building until we do something with the roof.
Yeah, Daniel mentioned something about there's a way you have to do the flashing in order to install the gutters, which is why they're probably all backed out of it because the way it sits for now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to table that unless there's other gutter repairs. But if we're talking gutters on the building that we're gonna put a new roof on, that's kind of silly at this point. Except for where the gutter is pouring into unit 55, which I think is next on the agenda, the stucco roof repairs, the stucco wall stucco repairs of
That's
55.
correct.
So again, WSV is the only one that's given us a quote on that work. I know that it's gonna make their life a lot easier if they did the stucco work above the lanai that is being taken down for repairs. So it would probably make sense to have that repair done at the same time as the lanai rebuild. So
Here's the WSV quote, dated 2 April from WSV. And the total on that is $6,800.
of course, it's not money that we have already budgeted for, so it would be something from out of budget. However, you know, that said, we're looking at prices substantially lower than what the insurance gave us for our roof. So I believe we do have the funding to take care of this work. I think since WSV is now doing the concrete lanai work, we should accept this bid and have them do the stucco repairs at the same time.
I agree with that.
So if I make a motion and Arnold is seconding it, other
I
board,
will. Yep.
Mark?
Yeah, let me get back to my screen here because 1 second, I'm also secretary. And so I have to keep track of who made motions and all of that. Stucco repair, Rob, motion. And who did the second?
I did. Arnold.
I say yes.
Yes. Okay, you said yes. All right, then we have Walter. Walter, you in favor?
Aye, yes.
All right, so unanimously accepted, and I will have Palmer again make sure that WSV has the proper credentials as far as licensing and insurance, and we'll execute that work order. Next on the agenda.
US lawn quotes to fertilize palms and grass.
Okay, that was something I just asked them to do because I thought the lawn really has taken a bit of a turn for the worse. It's really nothing but weeds, and I don't think the fertilizer is going to really help the weeds all that much. I did throw some fertilizer down behind my place, and it made the lawn greener. But I mean, even for the very little expense, and maybe we should budget for it for the future for improvements. Right now, I don't think it's the right time to worry about that. That's my thought. Anybody else?
Also, we also got an email, I believe, and I've forgotten who sent it, that said this rainy season is the wrong time to fertilize.
It definitely is, yeah.
Yeah, you'd want to do it like a couple months ago, you know, before everybody gets there, so it looks nice for the season, not necessarily, you know, for the summer months. So, yeah, I think at this point, no, we don't need to fertilize, but maybe we want to consider increasing our budget so that we can take care of the lawn better than we do. But that's minor compared to the other issues we have right now. So again, we should really even be entertaining that idea.
Okay, very good. Next was update on north building to fix to code and the lawyer.
We've kind of already talked about that. We're still kind of at a standstill because we don't have any kind of documentation saying that there's issues with it other than what people have told us. And they don't want to hear from other contractors because they say, you know, one contractor is always going to pick on another contractor's work. They want it from a professional, non-biased opinion, being either an engineer, that we hire on our behalf or the manufacturer's representative, which I thought was the way we were going. However, he's been a little unresponsive on that. And I can see why. It's just really putting him in a tight spot because he's got to start pointing fingers, but I guess that's kind of his job. I am pursuing it, and I would accept any help from anybody that if anybody's got any other ideas as far as how to pursue. Welcome for suggestions.
Next is new business US lawn quote for mangrove trimming.
Wow, is that something, huh? So that was basically instigated because of the dead. I mean, it's really just to prune out dead in what apparently is our mangrove. I don't know where that money's coming from.
Any other comments on that? Is it dangerous or is it just look bad?
The dead one looks dangerous to me. It's potentially a missile coming into my window with the right amount of wind.
It really, I don't know, Claire, if you had the opportunity or if you got to see that quote. I don't have it in front of me myself, but it was over $7,000.
Oh my God.
Again, because you need this silly arborist to come in with a chainsaw. So, again, we don't have $7,000 to spend on that, so I'm not really sure what to do. Again, it's open for discussion. I don't know what everybody else thinks. I mean, that was to trim everything. Maybe we could get a quote just to trim the one dead one that we're worried about. But
Okay, let's do that for at least something.
I guess we could start with that.
Thank
So,
you.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe could somebody tag it somehow or another so that when we have somebody look at it, they know exactly which one we're talking about.
I will tag it somehow and let you know.
Well,
Red
Sure.
Claire, if you could put like a piece of streamer, tie a piece of streamer to it.
Yeah, I'll put something that identifies it and make sure to let you know. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
All right, wonderful. Then we will continue to pursue other bids for just taking down the dangerous part and not the whole mangrove.
Great, thank you.
Okay, any other new business?
Minimum 30-day rental requirement.
Well, that is in our bylaws. I mean, the way I understand it is it's not a minimum of 30 days, but you can only rent it once every 30 days. So the way I understand it, you can rent it for a week, but the next 3 weeks, it's got to stay empty, I guess. That might be a question more for management because I'm just going by the way I feel. And I know it's 30 days, but I don't know that you have to make somebody stay there for 30 days.
Obviously, you can't stop them from leaving early. Let me see if I can go to the actual wording here.
Oh, I got it.
A unit owner may lease his apartment except no lease shall be for less than 5 days.
Yeah, but that was amended.
Ah, you're right.
Type in 30 days in your search and let's see what pops up.
Well, I'm down to 10. So what we're really looking for, all right, well, we'll try 30 days.
There it is.
That's sale.
That's sale. Okay, yeah. That font's so small, my eyes are so bad.
Yeah. But this is going to be down at the bottom. Annual meeting. It was in an addendum. And this is hard to find in real time. But I remember seeing it.
I know it was amended because I remember being a part of the amendment.
Okay.
So what is the heartburn with the 30 days? I mean, what's the heartburn?
I don't know.
We got an email from somebody who said that one of the units was on Airbnb, I believe.
Okay.
I can find it and I can send everyone a copy of it, but it's hard to do it right now in real time. But just as an aside, I would be really appreciative if somebody had free time they wanted to go through and had a knowledge of Microsoft Word or any software like that. I've done, frankly, the easy stuff, which is to get it into Word.
I have Adobe Pro too, which I think I can do conversion where it will fix all the problems. So I'll give it a shot.
All right. The original and this doc version are both up on the Google Drive.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
All right.
Cool.
Let's see. So any other information on anything we want to do? Do we want to send out an email reminding residents, etc.? What do you want to do?
If it's an issue, I don't have a problem with an email going out reminding. Well, maybe we just need to send out a reminder and send out the rules and regulations and bylaws to everybody.
Therein lies my challenge. They're unreadable.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get Palmer to do that.
Yeah, just a friendly reminder to everybody that it's, I mean, I don't know I guess that's the question. What is it? Is it once every 30 days or is it 30-day minimum? I guess.
I will take it on myself to find the appropriate section in the declaration of articles and bylaws and send that out to all the residents.
Okay.
After I get done posting the Zoom meeting and on YouTube and doing minutes and cleaning them up. And
does anybody else have any new business they'd like to bring before the board?
Just one quick thing. I was still in an email at the end of my time on the board about the rat traps. So since I saw that email, I just want to see where we stand with that. Apparently they were empty and the company was looking at them. So I just wanted to see, do we have proper working rat traps?
The contract renewed on the 16th, so 4 days ago. It's a quarterly service, and yeah, we have the service. They should be coming by and rebating the traps.
Will they send confirmation?
I hope so. I don't know how it's always gone in the past, but that is, we're with the same people as we have been with.
I know that's what concerns me, because in the email that I happen to have, it stated that it was empty.
Well, if
That
they're
was
not,
from, yeah.
if they don't eat the poison, they're not going to die. So, I mean, they're going to be empty at certain times, and then they're supposed to be rebated. So, the email that you're referring to was their competition picking on them, basically. Saying, hey, look at this, the boxes are empty. But in reality, yeah, if they're not empty, then the rats aren't eating it, and you're not, so I don't believe we have a rat issue. Are you implying that they're?
I'm not implying that whatsoever. I want to make sure that we never do.
Right. And we renewed that contract, and hopefully they don't get worse. They shouldn't. But they seem to be under control with what we've been doing.
Okay, thank you.
And since that's all we budgeted for, that's why we were locked into that really, because we didn't have enough money to increase the budget.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We had a quote for more service, but it's more money that we don't have right now. So there we are.
Okay,
So let
thank
us
you.
know if you see any rats, but for now they should be taken care of.
You got it.
Okay, anybody else have anything they want to bring before the board?
So, are we saying that next week we'll, at the meeting, we'll be able to confirm that we will have a roofer starting? And obviously, one of my concerns is that the rainy season is beginning and having a new roof put on during a hurricane season is a little uncomfortable.
Well, we thought we were gonna make that decision today, and now it's postponed until next week for reasons as you obviously know. I would love to say yes, next week, we're definitely making a decision, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what time will bring us. I'm hoping that next weekend at this time, we will have made a decision and we will have a roofer on the roof. Since WSV is now contracted for 2 of the projects that we have going on, and Josh did just call me to discuss this warranty issue. I think we can resolve that with them, and as the low bid, hopefully we can use them. But let's see what happens in the next 7 days and talk about it again Saturday.
Hi, I want to talk. Hello?
Hello.
It's me, it's Rana.
Okay,
Can I
Rana.
say something? You can hear me. Good.
Yeah.
Change that to let the owners know, not the residents, because some of the residents are not owners. You want to let the owners know about the time change, not change, but the 30 days.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously a tenant doesn't care how long the.
Right. So just make
You're
sure that
right.
it's the owners that are notified. Thank you.
Yep, makes sense. Okay, anybody else have anything?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Okay, with that, then, I guess I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
A second?
Second.
Okay,
Arnold motion, who was our second?
Walter.
Walter.
so all in favor, aye, aye, aye.
Aye, aye, aye.
Okay, 11:09.
We're doing this again next week, same time, correct?
Sounds good.
See you then.
Okay, have a
Bye,
good
everybody.
Bye, thank you.
Goodbye.